Praise the Lord, family. What a great honor, what a privilege, sharing the word of the Lord with you. And I'm trusting that this word will build you, empower you, and make you wiser as you serve the Lord in this time and generation. I'm looking at the topic, the future, in relation to responsibility, but a particular focus, we are looking at my responsibility to my pastor. To my pastor. What is your responsibility? How old have you been in church? Of all the times that you have been in church, whether it's 5 years, it's 2 years, it's 1 year, 15 years, it's 20 years, it's 30 years, what can you say you did to your pastor? What can you say you did that you can even use in your prayer that, God, I can't be defeated. I did this to my pastor. What can you say? My children can't fail to marry. I did this to my pastor. I can't lose this job. I can't lose this contract because I did this to my pastor. What can you say? Is there anything you did to your pastor that your children can use in their prayer to win battles? Is there anything? Can your children stand on your sacrifice to your pastor and win battles? If that's not, you better wake up and do what is required. I have a panel today to look at this topic that is before us. You are welcome. Let's talk, let's look at this. This message must go and it must reach everyone. Let's look at this topic. You're welcome.
Thank you, Apostle, for giving me this opportunity. My name is Oliver Mahuno.
You're welcome, Olive.
Hartford Budiriro Zone.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Apostle, for this topic as we are in the season of Day of Honor.
Yes.
Where pastors are to be honored. Apostle, yeah. I'm looking at the Isaac scenario, the Isaac-Jacob scenario, where Isaac had to say, get me something such as I like, for me to bless you. And I've just seen that you partake the blessing. You don't receive, you partake. The challenge pastors face is congregants needs to be blessed. They want to be blessed. Tell us, Apostle, which part of the pastor carry the blessing that makes it difficult for congregants to get it when they ask for it until they do? Until they do. They have to do. No matter the love that pastors have for the congregants. If a congregant asks for a blessing, they will not get it until they do. School us, Apostle, and school the congregants. The part of the pastor where that which they desire is installed, which can only be accessed by doing, not asking. Thank you.
Thank you for bringing this question. The nature of blessing, it is required, number one, on earth. You are required to operate on earth as a blessed person. If that is not on you, whether from your biological parents or from your pastor or from someone with a certain authority to bless you, you might not enjoy life here on earth. The blessing is a requirement on earth. And the next thing that is required is also to know that a blessing must be said to someone. That's why the Bible says, and he blessed them and said, and blessed them and said, which means there is a mouth somewhere that is authorized to say it. And that mouth must say it after being pleasured in a certain way. That then brings us to a point where we must know that blessings are, I can say, are not for free. They are transactional. They are requirements for blessing. Whether it is obedience, it is sacrifice, it is a moral life, there is something that is required to be blessed. You cannot just emerge. You are required. So even if someone comes and just, I think everyone in this life, even those that are here who are listening to me here, I think probably from morning up to this moment, you have met 1 or 2, 3 people on phone or who just said, God bless you, God bless you, God bless you, God bless you. I think if those God bless you were working, by now you should have gone far. But there is a language that people have of just seemingly like doing public relations in relationships, where they just say, God bless you, God bless you, God bless you. But you know you didn't pay anything for this to be said. So that issue that there is nothing that you did actually to deserve it, it makes that God bless you not work on you. Even when it is said to you, because it only has stickability on you, on the price you paid for it to have authority. Otherwise, everyone, I think even pastors have said too many of these statements. God bless you, see you tomorrow, God bless you, a lot of God bless you. They come. But you look at someone who just being said, God bless you, see you tomorrow. The same shoe they have now, yesterday it is shoeless, now it does not have shoeless. Tomorrow, yeah, the trouser had a belt, now it does not have a belt. And two things are getting worse, yet someone is receiving this, God bless you, God bless you. Let's know this part. The reason why God gave us a picture of Isaac requiring something from Esau was because he wanted to make it sure that as close as biological relationships are, there is still requirement for a biological parent to bless you. There is a requirement. There is a requirement. Because someone must. So what Isaac was saying, can you create something that can make me happy? I have a blessing, but I'm not as happy towards your direction. I love you as my son, but I'm not as excited in my soul to release the blessing, because the blessing is steered in my pleasure, not in my love. I love you, you are my son, but I have not been steered enough in me to release the blessing, because the blessing is a passcode to get out from me to you. That's why he said, maybe try some meat. Try some meat. Yeah. He didn't even remove him from his career. He said, go in your same career, but I just need something from your career that shows you are thinking of me while you are in there. Let it be something that comes, that you are hunting, thinking of me, and you are cooking, thinking of me, and you bring it yourself. You are not sending someone, you are coming yourself. Let me get so excited somewhere that I can release something to you. That part is required in blessing, and people don't understand it. Sometimes we end up delegating someone where we are supposed to show our faces. Because what God needed on Job was not for Job to come and do a memory verse or to do a preaching or a sharing. No, the Bible says, and the sons of God were coming to present themselves. It was just for him to walk in God's presence like others. And that day he was not there was the day everything went crazy. So imagine on the day of honor, you're supposed to honor your pastor and you're not there. Do you know the discussions going in the spirit concerning your welfare and your life? You're supposed to honor your pastor, and you are not there. There are certain things that I can say, you have to pay the price for it. You have to pay the price for it. Abraham was not blessed for free. The man paid heavily. Heavily. He paid heavily to be blessed. The level of price Abraham paid was too much. So let's have that mind. You're welcome.
Thank you so much, Apostle.
You're welcome.
My name is Apostle Kudakwashe Mukundi from Victory Christian Church International.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. This teaching is so powerful, and I believe must not fail in future because of what we are hearing and learning here. There's another thing that I think we also need the help, especially with the men of God and women of God. Because there's something sometimes we think or assume the congregants know. And in most cases, what I've also realized in a short space of time I've been in ministry, many men and women of God, instead of teaching the responsibilities, we announce. So instead of teaching, many people are being announced. Like one of the examples you have said about Ruth. Ruth was taught how to behave by Naomi, which made her, by the end of the day, to get married to Boaz. And I think that way is good enough for one to get the blessings. And also you mentioned about Isaac wanting to bless his son. He said what he wanted, so that the one who is supposed to act according to what is required for him or her to get a blessing. So how best can you help us there, especially men and women of God, instead of just announcing or saying in passing? We have no time to teach the congregation how we should behave. What is our responsibility? I think that's another issue.
I think from your point I can get it, because I don't think Isaac would have sent Esau unless Esau was sometime before bringing something. This day when he said, go, he was feeling the blessing is now ripe. You were doing, but I need something that concluded this. Because I don't think he would try to send a son to experiment in the bush, yet he has never been hunting and catching. It was like there was a pattern. That's why he actually told him, such as I love, which means somewhere, this boy was aware there is a type of meat that dad needs. But he was no longer doing it as a frequent that steers the blessing that is needed. Just like a son comes to a pastor, a daughter goes to a pastor, then he says, that's my airtime, or that's my fuel. And the believer might not even know to what extent is the joy that has been steered in the past. And probably tomorrow or the next time, the person brings another airtime or fuel. And the person does not even know, again at this second round, what has happened to the past. And as you move forward, this person might stop. And when he stops, he might not know how close this person was to get the actual blessing in giving this seed to the past. Now, the challenge comes. Isaac was Abraham's son. And God did something to Abraham that I think has been robbed in pastoral work. He asked Abraham to circumcise Isaac. Not as a gesture of circumcising Isaac, but as an authority he has and the closeness he must be with his son. That he should have this liberty, this authority, this access, that he can do this. I think that part is not with pastors. They know something, but many of the believers that are in churches are like colleagues of pastors. That there is a certain level the pastor can't touch the knife. There is a level in a pastor that the pastor can't, because some of them are transferred members from other churches who might be good in some areas, but the pastor does not have a history of raising this person or begetting this person. So somewhere the authority is limited to a sermon than to a direct counsel. It's like, instead of them to say, I need venison meat, they'll end up saying, this is the date, as your heart feels. You don't need to be pressured. I have not seen any parent who say, electricity was switched on, off. My daughter, whatever you feel like contributing, you can, we'll see what to do. Most parents, they just say, if it's cooking oil that is gone, say cooking oil is finished, or our water is not paid. They don't have this room of saying, if you can. Maybe they don't. So I think the pastor, they know this part, but the authority to deal with it is a bit shaking. That's why they end up announcing it or inviting someone to come and do it, because they themselves are in a shaking point of what is required. So pastors must move from announcing to teaching. If they can't do it in the whole church, let them do it in small groups. And teach this small group, let them master it. Take this small group, let them master it. Take this small group, let them master it. Than to try to do it in the entire church. Yet, in the entire church, probably if there are 200 members, 15 of the 200 might be actually be the people who can call you our pastor. Others might be calling, that's the church we go, but they don't call you our pastor. So going into small group and teaching and making them understand might actually produce better results in making them understand what is your responsibility and why you must do this and how you must do it, how often you must do it, what is the importance of it, what happens to me when I see you do this, what happens to me. I believe some of you, when you were growing up, when visitors came to your house, when you were little, you might remember that probably your mom or your dad asked you to dance for visitors. Say, dance. They play a song and you find yourself here in the center, dance. The reason was they would be feeling something in your dance while people are watching. My son or my daughter is dancing. That joy of witnessing, it ministers something in them. There is something that your pastor feels when you do well to them. Maybe someone never told you. There is something that your pastor feels inside their heart when you do well to them directly. There is something that is stirred in them to bless you. And if you can master that one, I can tell you, you enjoy more blessings in this life. Thank you. Let's take a break. The Lord bless you.